Hello everyone. Today we will see how we can edit the styles in our React application. So as you see, our application is running on my local host, and I would like to add a couple of styles, change the styles from the CSS files. I will also show how we can do it in the inline styles in our components. So let's begin. So in my editor right now, let me close this one and go to the index first. As you see, our index.css, which is created at the beginning of with the create React app, is added directly to index.tsx. So let's see on the elements here. So if we go to Elements tab, and after that you will see after here in the head element we have a style tag which is including the styles we have. This is the first one we use for importing our application. And the second one was inside the app.tsx, and we are importing the app.css file, which is this one. Let's see also in the elements here. As you can see, our styles directly lives here. So we have the app logo, media, and all of our styles, as you can see, is there. So the first thing, if we want to change some of the styles in the application at the beginning, we can use the single CSS file if we are making a small project and if it's not that big, let's say, and we can just use the index.css and we can just import it in the index.css, and we can use different stylings for that component here. But if you are using in a big applications, in the big components, I suggest when you create the component here, you can move your styles directly inside the components, so you can directly import it here and use it like this. So let's go to the footer at first. As you remember, our app footer class was there, and it was in the app.css we added here. So let's move this class out of here, and when we save it now, as you see, our footer styles are missing now. So when we go to the footer and create styles.css, or you can create footer styles.css file like this, it will be much more easy for read in the future, and you can just say app footer and you can add all of your styles inside here. What you need to do in the index.tsx, you need to import that style file. Import footer, it was, see, footer and styles.css. Alright, as you see, our styles came here as we were using before, and we just separated our styles into the different chunks. So we have an app link here. Also, we can take it if we are using it in the app wise, like app link, let's say, was always the same we want to use. We can also get it from the app CSS, this one, and put it into the footer styles like this. So as you see, since we are using just one page right now, our styles applied here, and they are coming from the footer styles. So the one thing I would like to mention, if we want to change the styles directly from the CSS, we can do it inside that CSS files like this. For example, I just changed the color of this element to red. And let's say I would like to change background color to white. So as you see, it just add all of the background color directly here. So we can also take that here and we can change the color something like this. It will affect all of the component itself inside the footer, and we can add some padding here as a 10 pixel, let's say. Alright. As you see, our padding is here. You can directly also change the styles here, margin 10 pixel for example, or display flex position. You can also see all of the things directly here. You can make the text align center, and you can also say align items center, flex direction, and you can say revert row. All of them you can see it from there. But let me refresh right now. We will see the padding as well from here, and also just take the color as the old one. Let me do it very quick. Alright, so as you see, our style returned to back right now. And also you can choose the color picker here if you want to see directly in your page. You can change the colors like this, and you can get the hex code from here, and you can just paste it here to be able to use that color. And what happens if we want to use inline styling? So instead of, let's say we just decide to not to use the app link, and when we take that class out, as you see, our component styles has been gone now. But let's put it back like this, and when we go to our footer, let's say I would like to add some style here. We need to use in a one curly brackets. That means the values are dynamic, and we have the object of styles. So here, let's say background color, you need to write it as the capital and the camel case like this here, and you can say, you can even give the RGB color, or you can say white. So when we add the inline color directly to the app footer, as you remember, we have our classes there, but we can directly write a styling inside. If we are planning to use some dynamic styles, we can add it directly here. What will happen if we add another background color here as a red, for example? What do you think it will do? So we have inline styling here. Also we have the background color there. As you see, it is still white. The reason we are using the inline stylings is more let's say important for our styles to read, and even though we have our background color here, it doesn't mean it will change if we have the inline styling. So, but when we remove that, and when we go to the app footer as a red here, it will directly use the default background color which has been added into the styles. So in this project, I'm not planning to use so much styles, so we can keep all of them into the app CSS along with the index CSS, and I will move them from here and move that styles CSS file. But as I said, if you are making a very big application, or if you want to construct your folder structure a bit more organized, you can always do that. And we are not touching the styling meanings right now. Like, there are certain names we can use for our styles. Also, there are some different styling definitions we can use for each component, and we are not touching these kind of things right now, but let me give you a brief explanation regarding to that. We need to remove that file import here, and our application is rendered nicely. Let's see. Yes. So here, for example, we are just working on the app right now. So if you want to move, or if you want to create definitely a one style, one class you would use for specific component, you can either do it like footer here, and you can add another styles regarding to the footer after you use the, for example, instead of app footer, you can use the footer and your selections, and let's say here height is 10 VH, and afterwards what you can do is footer app link color. Let's copy this one, this. So when we remove this ones, and when we go to here and change that as a footer, so you will see the same structure. And let's go to see where are these classes coming from. It is coming from because it has using the footer here, and the app link is inside of this element. But what happens if we create another div element in outer scope, let's say like this, and we want to move or create another anchor element outside of the footer? So it will be like this. You see, we have the same app link here and the same app link here. It is here, as you see. It is purple. It doesn't look very good right now. It is just let me change the background of it a bit. Background color white. It will be much more better for us to see. So as you see, one of the footers is there, and another one which we write in the class footer app link is using this one. And so these are the things I would like you to show for today, but I will keep the code as it was. I just wanted to show you the different use cases in your application you might want to use, and we just make it as an app footer and reverted all of our changes back. Now you know how you can change your styles in your React application. So that was all I would like to show you today regarding to the styles we use into the React. And thank you for listening me so far. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel for the next videos. And I wish you a happy day and happy coding.